Today I'm gonna do a build video on my Great Weapon Fighter build on PlayStation 4 Neverwinter. It's mod 12 right now, so yeah, let's get into it. Currently, this is my equipment. I have the Dragon Loyalist Visage for the power. I have an Executioner's Black Attire, which I got from Mysterious Merchant. I have the Hole Snappers. I'm gonna replace those, I'm not sure what with. I have the Stronghold weapon set. I have the Headsman Raid Greaves, which I'm going to change hopefully soon to the Boots of the Alpha. My artifacts currently are Lost Mouth's Horn of Blasting, Shard of Orcus Wand, Lantern Revelation, and I have the Giant. I'm hoping to change out my Lost Mouth's Horn with my Sigil of the Controller once it gets to purple, because I will get power, crit, and I believe armor pen once it gets to legendary, but I'm not sure. I might do some research and stuff, see if that's actually what I want to do. But yeah, I have the Giant for my main artifact because it gives me a bunch of power, damage resistance per enemy and stuff. If you want to see what it gives at legendary, you can pause right now and look at it. And then I have Baphomet's Talisman, Gardasaurn Ring of Krieg, a Ring of the Beast Slayer +5, a Demogorgon's Girdle of Might, Drawcraft Chaincoat, and Drawcraft. I'm hoping to get the Bloodstained shirt and Berserker's Gemmed Exquisite Elemental Pants, or whatever it is. Like just better pants. And for enchantments, I have in my Executioner's Black Attire, I have Lesser Soul Forged, hoping to replace that with a Bark Shield. I have a Vorpal in my weapon enchantment, and everything for utilities. I have a Fey Blessing enchantment, a Quartermaster's Tamora's, and Dragon Horde, I want to say. Yeah, Dragon Horde. And yeah, offense slots are all Azures, and I'm hoping to get some darks for my defense slots. But for now, all my enchantments are basically just Azures. And then for feats, I use 1 in Unstoppable Action for the AP, 3 in Discipline of Strength for the bonus damage from strengths, 3 in Toughness just for some more survivability, Endless Assault for some for, you know, more damage from my encounter powers. I don't have anything in Fast Runner or Armor Specialization. And I have Steely Defense, which grants me power equal to 20% of my defense so that I can get more power. And then I have 2 in Weapon Mastery and 3 in Devastating Critical for just crit chance and crit severity. I have 5 in the Student of the Sword for just lowering damage resistance for the enemy. I have Vicious Advantage, which gives me an additional 5% damage and crit chance. I have 5 in Great Weapon Focus for, you know, increased damage. 1 in Deep Gash for just so that I can have that little bit extra of bleed damage. 5 in Staying Power, because just to, you know, lose mitigation, you know. And Discipline of War so that I get more power from recovery and armor pen. And then I don't have any in Mighty Blade or Unfettered Strikes because they're not useful enough for me to put any in. I have 5 in Executioner's Style so that my Sure Strike is dealing more damage. I have 4 into Focus Destroyer because it so that I'm getting the chance of getting stacks when hitting any number of targets, and bonus damage per stack. I also have 5 in Battle Awareness so that Slam will give me more power, so to deal more damage, which also is more damage for my bleed. So basically I'm having a lot of power, which is going into Deep Gash, which is going into a good amount of bleed damage. And then I have, of course, 1 in Destroy Its Purpose for obvious reasons. And then for powers, I'm using Sure Strike so that I have an at will that I'm using a lot, and I have Destroyer so that I am dealing extra damage. It makes sense. More than 3 enemies stacks up to 3 times, and even though it says for 3 enemies, when I have here with this, even having that at 4, I still have a 20% chance, no matter how many enemies I'm hitting, to get that extra damage. And then I use Slam because it'll give me power and it deals a decent amount of damage. Yeah. And it's a pretty good daily. And then I use Daring Shout so that I get the nearby enemies from determination for every target hit. See, it's increasing damage resistance, and they have reduced damage resistance until they attack me. So yeah, Daring Shout's pretty good to have stuff in. And then I have Weapon Master Strike because it's a daily that I use every once in an at will that I use every once in a while for so that it reduces the enemy's damage resistance against my at wills, and quickly following up, and it follows up with an attack in the back, so you hit them, and then like a copy of you basically goes behind him and hits your enemy. And then Battle Fury, so that I'm increasing at will and encounter damage and AP gain, and stamina refilled, and it buffs my teammates as well, but they only gain 25% of the bonus, but it's still pretty good. I use Crescendo. I don't usually use that as my daily, and I have Hidden Daggers because it will give me damage buffs, and damage buffs are good. And Wrathful Determination so that I gain up to 5% melee damage, and then this bonus is doubled when your determination is full. And then I have, since it's at 4, I'm actually getting, let me just do the math. 12.5% more damage, and then times 2, that's 25% more damage when I'm at full. So I wait until my determination meter is full to go into Unstoppable, so that I'm gaining the most benefit from it, because when you're in Unstoppable, that you continue to have that 25% bonus damage for you continue to have that until your Unstoppable runs out. So yeah, I'm going to queue for something quick just to show how I play it. How about it's just gonna be something quick, so like Shores. And yeah, I'll show you my rotation real quickly on these dummies. Just buff up. I have Adorable Pocket Pet and a Tamora's Lucky Coin, if you were wondering. And then I need better food because all my food is going into crit. I'm going to put some power stuff in here as well, but yeah, Roast Trout, Squash Soup, Elixirs of Accuracy, and Wildstorm Elixir. And while I'm waiting for this, I'll show you my companions. I have a Lightfoot Thief so that I get the extra bleed damage on the enemies. And then I have my Fire Archon, which, you know, it increases my damage against targets with less than 50% by +5. And actually it's +6 since I also have my Air Archon, which increases damage against targets not at full health by 2%, which is actually 3%, so yeah. And then I have Aslan, my Stalwart Golden Lion, for bonus damage. You know, when your companion uses an ability, they have a 50% chance to apply a stack of radiant weapon to you. It may only occur every 15 seconds, but radiant weapon grants you 2% additional damage as radiant damage for 2 seconds. You may have no more than 8 seconds of radiant weapon from any source, but still, you're getting quite a bit of extra damage. And then I have my Con Artist as my bonding companion. He has a +3 Ring of the Hunter, a +4 Ring of the Hunter, and an Australian Ring of Dodd currently on him. And I have bondings, of course. And I'm using him as my bonding companion because he will consume by battle. The final strike of Wicked Strike now shreds 10% of the target's defense. And Wicked Strike is his ability that, you know, it's the only, I think that it's the only ability that he uses, so, you know, it's pretty good. Since the final strike, and it's a 3-strike attack. So yeah. And that's all that. And oh yeah, enchantments on him. Offense, defense, you know, offense Azure, defense Dark. This one, offense Demonic, because I'm gaining Armor Pen, Crit, Deflect, Lifesteal, and Power, all which are all pretty good. Actually, wait, let me manage item enchantments. Okay, from the one in the offense, I'm getting Power, Crit, and Armor Pen, and then from the one in the defense, I'm getting Max Hit Points, Deflect, and Lifesteal. So yeah, I like having these dark enchantments because they're not bad. And then I have a Radiant in offense and a Lifesteal, and then and a Dark in a defense. The reason I have a Radiant here is just to increase that little bit of power for that, just, you know, for extra damage. Yeah. For mounts, I use Fierce Predator, which I get from the Cavalry Tyrannosaur, because Power and Armor Pen are both good stats to have. Oops, strong button. Okay. God dang it. For my stable, I'm gonna have to do some research and get stuff, but right now I have Slayer's Redemption. Whenever you kill a target, you are healed for 10% of your max hit points over 5 seconds. I have Surtax Tail Spider. Wanderer's Fortune, you have a 4% chance after killing a foe to find a refining stone at your feet, just so that I have that extra refinement. Poisonous Looking Spider, so that whenever I perform a crit strike, my enemies take psychic damage equal to 10% of my power over 4 seconds, which is a lot of power. And I have Shepherd's Devotion. Whenever I use a daily power, my teammates' defense, deflect, and movement are increased by 5% of my power for 10 seconds. It's not very amazing, but it's something. And then I have my Moon Bear, which while I'm at full AP, it gives me a percent of I gain a percent of my armor penetration as power. Like I said, I need to do some work on my mount, you know, stable insignia stuff. So yeah, that's what it is currently. I'm gonna wait for this queue. But let me see. What else can I show you guys? But yeah, I use Wildstorm Elixir, Superior Elixir, Roast Drought. You know what, I'll explain why I'm hoping to get a Bark Shield instead of a Lesser Soul Forged. In just a second. Okay. Termaloon Trade House. Let me go into refinement. Sorry, I'm kind of empty-minded right now. Enchantment slots, any type. Armor enhancement, and let me just type in Bark. Buyout. Lesser Bark Shield. Every 8 seconds, your armor receives a charge of bolstered bark, which gives me extra. When you have 1 charge of bolstered bark, your armor absorbs 8k damage. When you have 2 charges, 16k, and then when you have 3 charges, 24k. And whenever someone attempts to deal damage to you, 1 charge of bolstered bark is consumed. So yeah, it makes it pretty easy to do. And hello, I don't know how to pronounce your name. How you doing? So yeah, right now I'm just waiting for a Q to pop for me so that I can show off my build. You know what? I'm going to Q for shores, and I'm going to Q for CN as well at the same time. So hopefully I can get into one. But yeah, we'll see. Actually, since it's just to show you what I do, you just close. I will show it in a throne or master hunt, whatever pops first. But yeah, oh yeah, for boons, I forgot to show my boons. After this run, I'll show off my boons. But while I can get there, I have, yay, I have an armor pen. I didn't know we unlocked the armor pen. But yeah, I have armor pen boon, the defense boon, which damage resistance. Let me just see what these are. Resist. Lifesteal. I'm gonna get my a lifesteal bonus because lifesteal's good. Oh, and there we go. I'll go on once we finish this run. But yeah, I'll show off my rotation and stuff.
Praise Morden. Help has arrived.
Oh, and of course, the Paragon path you want to go down is Swords Master. Here's my points specs. You want to put it into strength and dexterity every time that you can. And yeah, this is all just aesthetic. So here we go. Which one is this? Here's the book stuff. Okay, I don't like this one, but this one isn't good for high DPS, but so I will show you. Okay, just charge. Okay, but basically here I'll show you on this group. L2, I want to go unstoppable. I want to use square, triangle, circle when I'm running into a group. But really, you just use your powers when they're up, and you just want to after every 3 strikes of first strike, you want to use the weapon master strike so that you're shredding the defense a little bit. And yeah, that would be your rotation. And when your daily comes up, you want to use your slam. I don't use crescendo because I enjoy slam because it's short casting time and I can do powers while it's active, and I am gaining power and it's dealing a decent amount of damage at the same time. So it's basically, in my opinion, it's the best Great Weapon Fighter daily. But yeah, I'm gonna use my Eye of the Giant for that. And if you have any questions about the build, just ask. In game, you know, flying might be 24/7, obviously. and my tag is the gold tag. You can message me on PSN if you have any questions about my build. I'll happily tell you about it and explain stuff, or comment. I don't know if I'll get to it if you comment, so that's the best way to communicate with me would be through messaging me via PSN, and because I check my PSN messages very frequently. But yeah, at tag is DA_BULLIT_magnet. Yes, bullet is spelled incorrectly in my name. It's a long story that I don't want to get into right now. But yeah. This is it right now. And I'm just waiting for another Thune Hulk or a group of enemies to pop up. Owenaxel. Is that how you pronounce your name? Did I get it right? Thank you. I'm really not very amazing in my opinion. I'm definitely not the best. I have a lot of room for improvement, and I'll explain more about my rotation after this run, my build. But yeah, what platform do you play on, Onaxel? Like PS4, Xbox, PC, those. Huh? Playing GROS. What is GROS? I don't know what that is. You're playing from what time? What do you mean I'm playing from what time? I don't understand the question. Sorry, maybe I'm being dumb, but are you asking me how long I'll be playing? Or when I started the game? So, what can you please explain what that? Restate the question, maybe. Like, are you asking how long I've been playing, or how long I intend to play, or like what? When did you start? Oh, okay. I started playing. Fairly, I want to say it was about a year ago. Until August of 2016, so I've been playing for a long time. So yeah, so what platform do you play on? Like PlayStation, Xbox, or PC? Depending on what platform, I might be able to help you out. Yeah, I'm just showing off the very basics of how I play and stuff right now. So you know, I just use my abilities whenever I need to, since Throne of the Dwarven Gods is, hold on, sorry, I was looking away. Since, Throne of the Dwarven Gods, isn't very high DPS, isn't, like, very, it doesn't need heavy DPS I'm just using my, all 3 charges of Hidden Daggers. What's up? I don't need the DPS. Oh, are you saying that you're not very good? I'm 4 personages, level 70, but I'm not very good. I can help you out. So, do you play PlayStation 4? And I just want to let you guys know, there's no best build. Okay? A lot of people claim they have the highest DPS, best build in the game, but for me, my build is just a recommendation. And the reason that my build is the way it is because it suits my playing style. And the people who have high DPS builds, and they're really high DPS, the reason that they can deal a lot of damage is because they've played their build quite a bit, so they know what to do. They know how to play it, and that's just the way that they play. So, yeah, you'll have to figure out what playing style you are, and you can, show your way. I have many friends who play this game, and they're all pretty good. But yeah, I'll help you after this stream. I'll help you if you give me your PS1.
Go, Violent Rank! Go!
Okay. I don't have any demonic keys, but yeah, I was just showing you guys that run for, just to show you that how I play, the basics of how I play. Okay. And then for boons, my guild, we don't have lifesteal unlocked yet, but for offense, I'm always gonna have my armor penetration bonus on it because I need the armor pen. Because 8k armor pen is pretty good, and for me, I need armor pen, so I have that slotted. Once I get a really good amount of armor pen, I might switch to the power bonus. But yeah, and then defense, like I said, once we get the temple, I will change to the lifesteal bonus. But right now, all we have is defense, so it's good. For utility, it's really not that important what you choose. I'm probably going to go for mount speed bonus once our stable gets to rank 5. And for PvP, this isn't a PvP build, so you're not going to need to focus on this. I don't have anything in the PvP campaign. For Sharndar, I went Dark Fey Hunter for the 400 power. I went Fey Precision for that crit strike. Elven Haste for armor pen because I max HP, that just makes you a little bit stronger, but AP is pretty good. When striking the foe, you have a chance to deal up to 2,000 arcane damage. That's extra damage. That's always a bonus. And then I put Elvish Fury. Okay, night. Thanks for subbing. Yeah, Elvish Fury for my boon, for the end boon, because when I kill a foe I gain more power for 5 seconds and it stacks up to 30 times, so that's pretty good. when you deflect an attack, you deal up to 3,000 damage to your attacker. That's okay, but that's not very good for us because we're not supposed to be getting hit, because it's not, you know, something that we want to do. And then stamina regenerates 10% faster in combat. That's just like, why would you use that? Maybe for guardian fighters and stuff, people who use stamina for like shield, or maybe this is a bold statement, but maybe for some trickster rogue builds so that they can get out of the way. And then in Dread Ring I have Conjurer's Gambit, so that I'm gaining that crit strike, because over crit strike versus power, I'm gonna go crit almost every time. Evoker's Thirst, I gain lifesteal. Lifesteal is better than regeneration in pretty much any way, every way, I mean. And for the third one, I did Resistance Ignored, because Resistance Ignored is Armor Pen. So that's better than, you know, deflect. That's what I think. Wait, 3% resistance ignored. That's what I think it means. I'm not sure. Shadow Touch. When dealing damage, you have a chance to deal up to 220. I can't read that from that far away. I think it says 20,000. Let me see. Yep, 20,000 necrotic damage over a few seconds. After this effect ends, the target receives 25% less healing from spells for 10 seconds. So that's overall just a pretty good one. It's better than enraged regrowth for us, because when taking damage, like I said, we don't want to be taking damage. And it just gives you hit points over a few seconds. After this effect ends, you get 400 more defense for 10 seconds. Augmented Thane Bastion. When taking damage, this one isn't as good as this, because that's, I mean, okay. It's okay, but it's not as good for us because, like I said, we shouldn't be taking all that much damage. When you deal damage, you gain a stack of madness. When you reach 50 stacks of madness, you get 4k power, 4k lifesteal, and 4k regen. The regen is but the power and lifesteal is pretty good. 10 seconds after gaining this bonus, your stacks are reset. You may only gain 1 stack of madness per second, which is okay. Endless consumption. When you steal health from your lifesteal stat, the stat has a chance to steal 3 times as much. That's okay, but for just damage, that is better. Burning Guidance. Your healing spells have a chance to burn enemies near the target for up to 2,000 radiant damage. That's not any good for us because we don't have any healing spells. So yeah, it's not very good. But yeah, it's that. Icewind Dale. I have one in Enroaching Tactics because that's better than AoE resist for us, and one in Appreciation of Warmth because we gain incoming healing bonus, which isn't bad. It means that when someone heals us, we get more from the heal. And stamina gain is no. Underdark. I haven't completed the Underdark. I have Primordial Might because power is better than defense for us. I have Primordial Focus because crit is better than lifesteal. Drought Ambush Tactics because combat advantage damage bonus is better than regen in every way for anyone, pretty much. Control effects will now have 5% shorter duration when applied to you. That's better than the stamina because regaining stamina for us isn't very important, so, you know, And then Tyranny of Dragons. I haven't completed Tyranny either. I have 1 into Dragon's Claws, 1 into Dragon's Gaze because Dragon's Gaze is better than Deflect, and and Draconic Armor Breaker gives you 400 armor pen. And that's better than oh god, I'm screwing up. 400 armor pen is better than the 400 defense. Because these are all just for survivability pretty much. And then yeah, once I get the next one is I'm gonna get Dragon's Grid. For Maze Engine, I haven't finished Maze Engine either. I gain 5% lifesteal severity, which is good, so that I can heal myself with my lifesteal. And then I have one in demonic influence because combat advantage bonus is good, and control effects will have shorter durations, and it's not as good. But yeah, for the next one I'm gonna get demonic swiftness because AP is good. Mental evil, I went with all the top because power is better than defense, lifesteal is better than regen, crit strike is better than recovery, and I'm not gonna go through all of these because this video is already pretty long. But like, see, when taking damage, chance to gain 10% stamina gain, you have a chance to gain a bonus 10% lifesteal severity for 10 seconds when killing a target. That's better. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, but yeah. Cold-hearted for that lifesteal. Survival instincts so that I get, it's just better than stamina gain. And 2k recovery based on how much. Chance to gain damage. Chance when taking damage to gain bonus damage. You shouldn't be taking damage very often, so this would be better. Campaigns, and I haven't done very much in River District. In Chult, I'm going to go all 3 in Tyrant's Terror, I believe, because, yeah, all 3 in Tyrant's Terror because it's, getting me more power, which is good. And yeah, that's all the boons. I believe I have been gone over everything. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like I've said before, my build isn't the best build. There is no best build for anyone. This for me is the best build for me because it suits my playing style. There's no, like I said, there's no best build. Everybody has their own playing style, therefore it's difficult to tell what build you will want to go with. That's why there's so many different builds. But yeah, that is about it, guys. I will see you after I load up in the next video. So yeah, if you have any questions, like I said, PSN is Develop Magnet. It's in the description as well. So you can message me on PlayStation if you have any questions for anything or anything else. Just let me know just ask any questions. So yeah, that'll be it for today, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.